up is Star Wars. And when you released the new HD version and you added all those gizmos and those new characters, it blew our minds. And we're just wondering, what gave you the inspiration to add all those funny moments?
Well, first, thank you for inviting me here.
You're welcome.
Thank you for directing.
Watch the show.
Oh,
This is really exciting. In terms of Star Wars, that was back in the 20th century. Okay, we're in the 21st now.
Get it?
And Luke was great then, but we're in the 21st century now. And the 20th century stuff was a little bit boring, so we needed to upgrade it and make it into today's world.
Wow.
Well, we loved it. We loved it in HD. We loved all the new stuff that you added. It just made a good movie even better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talk to me a little bit about the Jaws. I know you're working on Jaws 5. Should I not? Is that something we shouldn't be talking about?
I don't know.
But I do want to ask you your opinion. Compare the Jaws to Night Live. For example, what Night Live episode reminds you most of, for example, a scene from Jaws?
Well, I would say that, as it's been very well documented, the shark wasn't working.
Okay.
So we were shooting and trying to get the shark to work, but it wasn't working. So it wound up being that the very last day of shooting was the only time the shark worked.
I'm sorry. That story's pretty well known. Do you want to just pick another scene, or do you want to start with a different anecdote? You're directing, so you do whatever you want. But technically, we're the writers, and producers. So just take our lead.
Well, I would think honestly, the way the film opened.
There you go.
That was probably what you would say quite shocking.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Stephen. We really appreciate your insight to
You can go back
a lot
to
of the films you've done.
directing.
Let's check in with Richard Dunn again. Richard.
Thanks.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Steven Spielberg will be guest directing throughout this whole episode, so if you see some amazing kind of technology and maybe an animated creature that pops in and says things,
We don't
that's
have that.
also...
That's all stuff you got to do in post.
Well, if you check out the archived version of Tim and Eric Night Live, you're going to see all kinds of funny things.
Okay, Rick, how's it going over there?
Still working on it.
What's the holdup? Because we're trying to get that going now.
A few wrinkles.
Okay. Why don't we skip ahead a little bit?
Okay, let's go to an old-fashioned Tim and Eric Night Live game.
This is the last game you're going to see in SD, by the way.
Right,
Standard definition.
the boring standard definition. This game is called What Are They Wearing?
Come on, Crank.
What are they wearing? What are they wearing? What are they wearing? What?
All right, we're with one of our producers, John Mugar. John explained this game to us. No, he doesn't need applause.
I was kind of hoping we could do this game in HD, but...
Well, it is what it is.
You have to talk to Richard Dunn if you want that in HD because it's not ready yet.
Okay, well, what are they wearing? Basically, you're going to be seeing 3 close-ups of 3 unique men's faces, and based on that, you have to make a determination of what they're wearing.
So we're going to see a close-up of a man's face, and we guess what they're wearing, and then you pull out. And
Yeah, but then there's a reward in it, too.
What's the reward?
For every item you guess correctly, you're going to get $20 out of your pocket.
That sounds like a fun game.
Okay, I'm up for it. Let's see here. What do we got? What's our first one here? Steve, are you...
Then let's...
Okay. What are you doing there?
Making sure that everything...
So you can see that man, just make a determination.
Right, let's see. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to guess that man is wearing a beret.
I'm going to say a kilt. Do we get one guess or multiple?
Multiple.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
I guess that's...
You can see a long ivory jacket and a cowboy hat and some other boots, so you're both wrong. No money lost.
Great.
All
Number
right,
2, Ben.
2 out of 2, hopefully. Oh,
Okay.
That's me as a...
So what do you think you know about him?
I'm going to say fishing galoshes, like the stuff that you go on when you fly fish.
Tim?
I'm going to say he's wearing a ram canteen. Canteen made of ram's bladder.
Ben?
Oh, wow.
He's got piano pants and rollerblades.